I was speaking with a boy recently, and he's a great kid, comes from a great family, and he wasn't depressed. He just was feeling blah and just didn't know what to do in life. He didn't know whether he wanted to go to Israel and spend his time learning. He didn't know whether he should go to school and become a professional. Maybe he thought he should just sit on the couch and eat cheese doodles and watch television all day, right? He was just stuck in this twilight of indifference. And what became clear very, very quickly is something that continually happens to too many people, and that is they let the rest of the world define who they are. Here's a great illustration in one of the books I wrote. You'll see it's a famous illustration. It's called a vase faces illustration. The black space, which is a vase, right, defines a space around it, the two white faces facing one another, and the white space, which is the negative space, defines the black vase, each one defining the other. In our own lives, sometimes we let the negative space, right, define who we are. So our real shape only takes form based on the influence of other people. Right? Now, we have different parts of us. We have our soul on a neshama. That's the real self. But when we live based on other people's expectations of us, or based on how to win their approval or how to win their praise, and we contort and twist who we are to accommodate their perception, right? Our soul stifles, it suffocates, and the ego takes over. And the ego is that false self. It's a shape around us that's not really us. And that's when a person can feel really blah, is because their decisions are not based on who they are and what they want. They're based on what will this person think? What will that person think? And I've had lots of conversations with people who would marry somebody if not for the fact that my friends would think that person's a little whatever. Or that, now, it doesn't mean that we don't get outside counsel. It doesn't mean, as Pirkei Avos, Ethics of the Father advises us, we should get ourselves a friend, a rabbi, someone who can help us to objectively weigh the facts and information. But what we are saying is that we shouldn't let our real self wither away simply to accommodate other people's perception of us so that they'll see us in a certain way, so they'll win their praise or approval or accolades. A lot of the decisions we make, what clothes to wear, what music to listen to, who to marry, what kind of job to take, right, can very often be based on these subtle influences. So cut to the chase, here's a great exercise. I gave it to him, I've given it to a lot of people, and that's as follows. It's a little morbid, but bear with me. Imagine all the people that you know and that know you are no longer here. What that does is it erases, metaphorically, the lines of the picture of that vase and allows for you to determine your own shape, rather than let the outside influences shape who you are. In the Torah, in Parshas Lech Lecha, God says to Abraham, Lech Lecha, go to yourself. God said to Abraham, you're leaving your friends, your family, your identity, who you are, and going to another place. When you do that, you're able to go to yourself. You're able to define the real you and not allow outside influences to shape who you become. So, give some thought to the fact that a lot of your decisions may be based on what other people will think, what other people will say. Value the information, gain it, gather it, look objectively at the facts, and then decide who you are and what you want to do. Because you'll never be able to clearly know what it is you want to do in life until you define who you are. And you can't define who you are if you're busy accommodating other people's expectations of you, because then you're letting them define you. I'm Dr. Dave, and thanks for watching.